Hey YouTube, today we're playing Alex Kidd and the Lost Stars, which dropped on arcades in '86 and was later ported to Master Console in '88. The second generation of Master Console actually had the game built in because it was so popular. There's also a version available on the Wii Virtual Console if you're interested. I'm interested in knowing what the hell a Virtual Console for Wii is. Is it like an emulator? I don't know. Anyway, Alex is looking for the 12 stars that represent the Zodiac signs. So he runs through 12 levels that are each based on one of the 12 Zodiac signs. The weird thing is he just runs and jumps. Alex doesn't have any weapon to combat the enemies that plague the field. There's also no boss fight, so that's nice for people like me, but you have to imagine kids getting ripped off at the arcade. Now, I really brought you here to talk about Alex Kidd. He's constantly overlooked despite his grip on Sega for a 5-year period. In '86, Sega was looking for a mascot that could go toe-to-toe with the juggernaut that was Nintendo's new mascot Mario. Instead of Alex Kidd, they went with the spaceship Opa Opa from their series of Fantasy Zone games. But as I've said before, nobody likes space shooters. Instead, people were creating platformers and gravitated towards Alex Kidd and Miracle World. For a while, people liked Alex more than Mario. At the time, Mario was just stomping creatures to death, but Alex was driving vehicles and truly platforming, with some of the first levels going upwards and downwards and left and right, instead of just left or right. Alex couldn't get the title of Sega's official mascot still, despite being one of their top sellers. But hey, they continued this game series, which brings us to Lost Stars, which we're playing today, which was the second Alex Kidd game, which also dropped in '86, the same year as Miracle World. Now, people were not happy about this game for a few reasons. It's obvious the game was rushed. Because of that, it caused a lot of flaws. Now, the game was actually designed with combating enemies in mind, like Miracle World. In Miracle World, Alex had his signature stone punch to take on enemies. The game was so rushed, they just forgot to add it to the code. Players are forced to simply jump over enemies that they were supposed to be fighting. Now, people were reasonably upset about that. I completely understand. To combat that, they simply gave the player infinite lives as long as they had coins, and the other versions of the game, you just get infinite lives and checkpoints, I guess. Which I suppose is nice, but it doesn't make up for the fact that they left out a big part of the game. Now, afterwards, they dropped Alex Kidd BMX Trials, which was a bike racing game, but only for Japan. Now, you could bump other racers and you could do tricks, but that was it. For America, we got Alex Kidd and High Tech World. Now, unlike previous platformers and racers for the series, this was a puzzle game. Now, it was a horrible puzzle game because people found it repetitive and tedious. There's one level you actually have to pray 100 times at a monk's temple before you can pass the level, and I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. Kids hated this game. They don't have the patience to play in it. So, that game was horrible too. Now, fast forward to the launch of the Sega Genesis. One of the launch titles was Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle. Now, this was the first 16-bit game in the series. It's also staple 16-bit games and above for Sega Genesis. Now, this game had everything people love from previous games. They've got all the same great platforming. They've got some puzzles that aren't tedious and repetitive. They've got vehicles. They've got his signature punchback, and they added in a new kick attack for Alex. The game was a huge financial success, but then people started complaining because it just wasn't Miracle World. Miracle World set the standard so high that no matter how much better the game was, people only wanted Miracle World. Now, after that, they released Alex Kidd and Shinobi World, which was the last game in the series, based on the Shinobi game I played a while ago in the cabinet. I'll probably put a link somewhere around here. I don't know where. Now, this game wasn't originally planned for Alex, but he was still popular, so they tossed them in, just a copy and paste job. Now, the fans Alex had when this game launched, they were gone afterwards. The game was priced at $30, which was standard in 1990. But as opposed to the previous 16-bit game, this one was 8-bit. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is the game only featured 4 short stages. Now, you could say I'm crazy, but I think Sega purposely tried to kill off Alex Kidd's popularity. It can't be any coincidence that Sonic, who received this stamp of official mascot, debuted less than a full year after the Alex last game. On top of that, Eggman kinda looks like an adult Alex. They wear the same exact clothes. They've got the same hair color. Eggman's just older, fatter, and angry at Sonic. Kind of all fits. Alex should be angry at Sonic. He took the job that he was set out for. I mean, Alex never got the official stamp, but he was the mascot. Nobody else at Sega was really loving it until Sonic came along and Alex got pushed aside. I mean, that's just a theory. Again, no, I'd get sued for that. Please don't sue me, Matt. Mr. Patrick, I was joking. I don't have any money, so suing me wouldn't do you any good. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for some other great content like Life is Strange, and really check out that PlayStation All-Stars video because it's just ridiculously fun. I don't know if this episode ran long or whatever. Yeah, it's running kind of long. I'll stop talking now. Goodbye.